If you want to get a 5% discount off of all your orders at SpeedCubeShop.com, make sure to use the discount code Antonie.
This is the first scramble. This was a 0.93. So basically, I just really tried to work off of this green bar because it's the only one that's on the scramble. So I saw this, which was 2 moves to LS, but you can actually just do the layer and get a Niklas, which is pretty nice. But the thing I did I thought was a little bit better, which was doing RF prime into this TCL, which has no pre and no post UF. So it'd be RF prime, RU2, R prime U2, F, R prime, F prime R. I think both could be OO, it depends. No, I think it sort of depends. My solution is definitely a little bit shorter, but for now, I'd say that the solution I ended up doing is probably OO. This was the second scramble. This was a 226. So I missed one look this scramble because I did white and I thought that I knew the EG1 LS, but I messed it up. So I thought that I could do FU, RU, R prime, U prime, R prime, F prime, R, F, but that was the wrong case. So I ended up getting this CLL. And yeah, so that time did not end up being too great. However, if I actually did the correct EG1 LS, the actual solution would have been that bad. So it would have been F, R prime F R U prime, R prime F R F prime, R prime F prime R. So that's really not that bad, but it's not OO. What is OO is, yeah, so from here on red, you can do R F prime into LS. And this is a very nice LS case where you just insert into Niklas, but it actually cancels some moves. So you can do R F prime U2, R U2, R prime, F prime, F prime R. This was the third scramble. This was a 104. What I noticed is that you had on green and on orange and on yellow, you had 3 moves into 4 twisted corners, which means that you could either do this, which is what I ended up doing. So that's really not too bad. And you could have done, yeah, on orange R, U, F, and then U prime double sexy. Or what you could have done is on yellow FRF, R prime FR, U prime, R prime FR, U prime. So those 3 solutions are like pretty similar. And probably either one of those could be OO, like they're all pretty good. However, what I ended up finding was, let's see. Yeah, so this is pretty good. On green, what you do is you make this bar and then you just solve this corner, R prime, U prime, R2, U2, F, R prime, F prime, U prime. So this is 2 moves shorter and it's a little bit weirder, but I think either one of the 4 could probably be OO or the solution that I ended up doing, which was RFU and just finishing off like that. So this was the 4th scramble. This was a 133. So what I ended up seeing was that there's one move to basically DR, and I didn't really look any further. But the thing is that I saw this and I was like, okay, I'll probably be able to do some EG1LS stuff, but then I couldn't recall the algorithm, so I sort of panicked and I just ended up doing R prime F2 U prime into this LS, which is really not the best solution because it's very long. It's 15 moves and it has quite a lot of double moves. What definitely would have been better is if I had just recalled the algorithm and done R prime, F prime, R prime, F prime, R, and then double hedge, which is still pretty long, but at least I would have skipped over a lot of the double moves and it would have definitely been faster. But what I ended up finding afterwards is, yeah, so on red, you can, if you execute it from here, you can F, U prime, R prime, and you get a TCLL. But this TCLL has like a very nice algorithm that goes like that, and it actually cancels moves. So the full solution would be, let me check. Yeah, so it'd be F, U prime, F2, and then you regrip R, U prime, R prime, U, R prime, F prime. And that's also move optimal, so that's pretty good. This was the 4 scramble. This was a 0.69. So there's like quite a lot of things you can work with here, but I focus mainly on this bar. And I saw one move to LS, but the case is not amazing. And then I saw another one here, one move to LS, but the case here is actually very good because this case is just R prime, U prime, R into Niklas. And like the algorithm is just canceling into Niklas that way. You also don't have any AUF. So it's very nice. It's move optimal, and I like checked for a little bit afterwards on the scramble, but I actually think this is just 0-0.